What a great way to start another great week at the Eagle. Just walk out on the front deck by the circle, and you look around and you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 big, beautiful bucks in the prayer circle. 3 of them preaching, 2 of them listening. Big TC over there. Look at everybody. They think Jimmy's got food. And Forrest, he's coming this way. You know, usually when you get around deer, they jump and run the other way. Forrest comes this way. He's wondering if Jimmy's got any carrots, is what he's wondering about. And I don't have any carrots right now, but I do have some. I might cut up an apple and give it to you, Forrest. I've got an apple in there. I might just do that, cut up an apple and bring out here to you. And well, I might just feed you from the deck right here. Yeah, see if you'll walk all the way up here. Benelli laying right here beside me, being a good dog. She's learned to really be good around the deer. And she wants to chase squirrels and stuff, which is fine. There's a lot of stuff I want her after. That's what's so difficult. It takes a really smart dog to learn. Stay away from wild turkeys. Don't mess with the deer. But you can get after a lot of other things, a lot of other critters that we get after here on the ranch. And wild pigs, yeah. Get after the wild pigs, but be very careful. Don't get after the boars. They'll hurt you. They'll kill you, in fact. But that's beautiful right there. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Not zoomed in all the way. Just want to get all 5 of those beauties in there at once. And they look spectacular. It's a beautiful, bright, sunshiny day here in Oklahoma. I'm going to go run and get an apple and see if we can get Forrest to eat an apple out of our hands this morning. Stay, sit. You sit, oh boy. I have gone in and cut up an apple. And I see if Mr. Forrest will walk up here, and sure enough, he has. Look, you right here. Look how close he's coming in. He's up here just a little bit. Come on, buddy. Come on in here. He's up here just a little bit. Check that out and see what I've got in my hand. He's up here really, really close to, got that sitting on a tripod up there. Turn it down here just a little bit where we'll be able to. Come here, buddy. Come here. You used to come up on this porch all the time. That's right. Yeah, I know. I don't necessarily want you up on a porch right now. But yeah, Benelli's laying right there, and he's cautious, you know. I mean, of course, the coyotes are an enemy. They don't like coyotes at all. There's lucky number 13 out there. I'll throw something out there behind, see if he'll walk up here and get that. I just got 1 apple is all I cut up, put it in the paper plate. I cut it in several pieces because you can actually cut the apple in a couple of pieces and give it to them, and they're just fine. But I give them a little bit more than that. I do a little bit more than that to them. There we go. That's it, big boy. Well, you dropped it. You can pick that up in a minute. You can pick that up in a minute. Oh, you had 2 pieces there, didn't you? It tastes like one to me, Jimmy. Isn't that beautiful? Yeah, good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Yeah. Yeah, he's pretty gentle right now. What about you, lucky number 13? There you go. Come on up here and eat that. This is it. That's it right there. And you dropped it. You dropped it. That's it. That's pretty cool right there. Look at that. Isn't he beautiful? Isn't he beautiful? Yeah, isn't he beautiful? Turn the camera around and we'll look at him. He'll just turn around and walk away here in a minute because he knows I don't have any more food left, but you see, so there he's gonna turn around and walk away. I dropped a couple pieces on the ground that he didn't pick up. Maybe he'll walk out there and pick those up there. There's some out there also that, I threw out there to lucky number 13, and he didn't really go get them. And now he's walked back out there toward the feeder. Still deer laying out there, laying down. The rest of the other guys are waiting out there. We're waiting on our pallets of food and still have not got them. They were picked up last week, early in the week, by a trucking company. But evidently that trucking company's having a hard time trucking all the way from Decatur, Alabama, South Fresh Foods, to southern Oklahoma. I'm gonna call and double check on that today. Yeah. Big boy, little apple for breakfast. Yeah. If I had apple trees, you could eat several for breakfast. You coming on back up? You coming up on the porch? Yeah, buddy, come on. Be all right. It'll be all right. Oh my gosh, look at the feeder this morning. Look at that. Look at that. Looky there. Oh my goodness. That is a big bull. Look there, and they're trying to get the lid off of that feeder and not focus in there. Uh-oh, my Benelli went out. Let's open the door. Look at that bull. They were working trying to get the lid. Well, yeah, Jimmy, take a picture of the bull. Look at that bull. They're trying to get the lid off. They have got the lid off of that feeder, not trying. They have got the lid off. We're gonna have to wire that shut. Two big old cows. All right. Windy. Apache just filled that. They will eat up a whole sack of food. Look at that buck back there. He looks tiny. He looks tiny. And it's a big buck. Another big buck laying over there. And look at that cow. Look at that cow with her nose down in there. That's what's horrible right there. Look at that beautiful animal. But you cannot get in there. You cannot get in there. Okay, I'm gonna get y'all. Stand out here in my underwear right now. The buck gonna eat a little bit there off he can. I'm gonna go run them off. Hang on. Okay, Benelli, you stay right there. All right. I hope this guy's not aggressive. No, he's not aggressive. These are wild elk. These aren't tame at all. You see the deer coming up here. There's 3 bucks right here waiting for their, there goes the culprit bull going off in the distance. I know the video's kind of shaky and everything. I'm walking out here and I'm really zoomed in so you can see him. Big giant 6x6 or 7x7. I didn't bother about counting. Here's his harem. I noticed it out in the, where's his harem? There's his harem. 3 big old, big, beautiful cows. I mean, big cows. And there's another, back up, old Jimmy. There's another, little bit better video here, guys. You can see, he's out there about 50 yards, maybe 60. Here, Forrest comes up here and says, hey, let me in there. Keep your head out of there too, big boy. Yeah, hey, buddy. 4 big, beautiful. Let's see how much of that they ate. Back off here a little bit. Well, they haven't had out very long because it's still fairly full. But they've been in here. Forrest, you can't get your horns in there. I don't know how that big bull elk was. The cows was the one that was hurting. Looky there, Forrest says, all right, boss, thank you. Thank you very much. Cows, big old bull, big old cow elk out here and bull elk out here at my feeder. It's had a latch on it. We're gonna have to wire it, I guess. Somehow they've got the latch off. I don't see the latch laying around here anywhere. Okay, let me. There you are, Mr. Forrest. That's for you, buddy. He gets a special pile. Don't really want to turn my back on him too awful much. You got a latch on these Texas feeders, and you put a latch in there that keeps that from opening. But what you call dropping. That's what you call dropping your phone. You see the latch over here, but now they've got this latch out somehow. Somehow they got it out. We're gonna have to probably wire them together. It's a little bit more effort, but it's gonna have to be wired together because this is just not, that's not working. There's that little small latch. I'm not putting my head down because I want to fight, big boy. I'm picking this up off the ground. You can see that this little latch here, they've got off. It's pretty hard. They got her off of there. So here comes the mom and the baby up. Look at that pretty little baby. Pretty little baby coming up here. Get in here. She said, if mama's not scared of you, Jimmy, I'm not scared of you either. There's mama right there. Look at that pretty boy right there. This is an incredibly great look at the antlers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 by 7. Over here in this guy, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know if there's any kickers down there or not. That's a 2-year-old right there, the Lucky 13, and a 3-year-old. And this little deer right here, it's just a few months old. Beautiful little girl. It definitely is a little girl. We're that close up to it. This deer's not but about 7 or 8 yards away from me right there. We look off out there. The cows, the elves are still elves. elk. It's not too awful long till Christmas. The elk are still messing around out there, waiting. Big bull is off over there, waiting on me to leave. And these guys will not let. And this is what happens with feeders that throw out in the woods too, around the deer stands, is the elk will get in there. If they get there, they run the deer off. It's just a size matter, just a sure size. It's like a little compact car that a lot of people drive, tangling with an 18-wheeler. It's just not a fair match. And so TC over there has got, I think last year he had some velvet that ended up getting dried out on his horns, and he didn't get off for a long time. He's got that same problem this year. He's a big, beautiful, healthy deer. But look at this guy. This guy right here is Forrest, who's turned into a man. Absolutely no doubt about it. Forrest has turned into a man. He's going to be one of the best breeders this year. We may end up having to try to get him back in the pen, which I think we can, with some does, just because he's so magnificent. If you look at his hocks there, they're totally white. They don't have any dark on them at all. Now, all of that was just skin last year. If you remember the inside of his legs, you just kind of look at that right there. The inside of his legs is all the way down to the bone. You can see bone on both legs, not just one, but both. His hocks are totally white. Now, when they get into the rut, the deer's hocks start getting really dark. And we look over here at these two, you can see that they're white and dark both coming in. Forrest is totally white, which means that he's obviously not into the rut yet. TC has got a little white and brown on his. Looky there. TC went over there and run them baby and his mama off. They're going to slip back around. Quite a bit of feed I put out on the ground this morning. South Fresh Deer Food. South Fresh Deer Food. Absolutely outstanding feed. The deer love it. And you can take a look at these guys right here. Now, they feed in the wild as well, obviously. Ooh. Gonna have some sparring, some horns rattling. We haven't got any fights on. Fights are almost violent to video. It's almost scary to video on, because if you get in close to video them, you're kind of putting yourself in danger. Little baby comes back in. And everybody kind of has got to, they'll develop a little pecking order. And a cow elk, I'm getting ready for church, but I got to go get ready for church, so I don't want them coming back up here and eating up what's on the ground. We're gonna have to wire that shut, absolutely. Well, I've run the deer off. I've run the elk off. The deer got all excited too. They have not seen me run out in the wood like this, so the deer all running around. See the big bull still standing back there. I walked out in the woods here. There he is, magnificent. Absolutely magnificent, but I don't want you guys in the feeders at all. I've tried to run the elk off, but you can see they didn't go too far. They run out here a little ways, but the deer got all excited. The deer got all excited when I've got them out there a couple 100 yards away, which is not very far. I'd like to get them a little bit further away. All the deer, they took off and ran out through the woods too. They're scattered out, breathing and carrying on. TC's gonna come back. Mr. Forrest says, I don't know what y'all running for. That man will not hurt you. That man will not hurt you. He is just fine. Forrest, he's sitting there eating all by himself. The little baby took off like a banshee. She had never seen that, experienced that before. TC's coming back. Other deer are beginning to filter back in. They're just not used to me walking out in the woods like this, and I'm really not too sure how safe it is, to be honest with you. But get those elk away from this feeder. All right, I just got to show you this because this is something that is really nice through this entire deal. All the time I've been out there, 10 or 15 minutes messing with them, my girl Benelli laid right there on the point. I told her to stay, and she laid right there. Isn't she a pretty girl? Good girl, Benelli. That's my girl. Very good girl. You sat there while we went out there and did all that. You sat there and was a beautiful girl, wasn't you? Huh? That's my girl? Yeah, you pretty thing. Yeah, you pretty thing. Okay, it's okay. Good girl. That's staying like you're supposed to. You're growing up a little bit. She's still a puppy. Oh, looky there. Looky there. It's a big bull. Benelli, come here. Kill him, Benelli. Big bull. He's nervous. Look how big he is. He's a giant. I mean, a giant. A cow and a calf. The rest of them inside. Out there feeding on that field. But boy, he wouldn't stay out there, would he? That is a giant bull. What a beautiful bull. We didn't get to look at him much. Benelli, come here. Benelli, come here, kennel. Yeah, they're nervous. All the cows are going to go in. What do you think about that, honey? That was something one that I'm going to get out right here. I might be able to get another better shot of him. Somebody else. Come here, Benelli. There is some beautiful clouds. Back up just a little bit. I mean, that is some big, severe thunderstorms right there. That is building, but the problem is that is southeast. So it's not coming here. At least I don't think it's supposed to. You can see it goes all the way back over and goes over that mountain there, south. And then we just simply run out of room. That probably is just missed us to the south. That's maybe over around Lake Texoma, maybe a little bit further away than that. But that's what we need right there. That baby right there is probably dumping some serious rain wherever it is. But it's not dumping it here. That's a pretty storm though, isn't it, baby? Isn't that a pretty storm? Boomer Sooner girl, huh? You wore your Boomer Sooner to church, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
Their defense is a lot better, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
You think they're going to win a lot of games this year?
I don't know.
I think they will. I think if they beat Texas, they'll all win them all.
I don't know.
I'm kind of scared of Texas, aren't you?
I don't know.
That's when we beat them a lot of times, when they least expect it. That was a big bull, wasn't it? It's a giant. That's bigger than that one that was at the house this morning. All right. Let's see if we can get up and maybe get a little bit better look at that storm. Maybe it's coming our way, you reckon?
I don't know.
Wouldn't that be cool?
I don't know.
Well, looky there. Right there's a cow and a calf. I wonder why they weren't over there. Benelli, come here. Come here. You kennel. Kennel. You stay in there. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. That's just this year's calf. Evidently, she just hadn't got in that harem of his. He's probably been bugling. She's probably over there going that direction. And when she gets over there, he'll probably run that calf off. There was one calf up there, but that looked like not this year's, maybe last year's. This is quite a bit bigger than that calf right there. But more than likely, she's headed over toward him. He's probably been bugling, trying to call her in. They're just like turkeys, except they're much, much larger. Same thing, though. Those turkeys are gobbling, trying to get those hens to come to them. And I bet that big old hen was coming to him right there. She still got her baby, though. She loves that baby more than she loves that bull, I'm telling you. Pretty, pretty.